Dinosaurs walked the earth some millions of years ago in some of the very same places we do today. It's incredible to think such massive animals dominated the planet for so long. With high levels of CO2 and rich tropical environments providing unlimited food sources, species were physically able to grow to great sizes. The most dominant and successful dinosaurs were obviously the predators, so stick around as we cover the top 10 most dangerous dinosaurs to ever exist. Number 10. Ankylosaurus. Even though they're the only herbivores on our list, they deserve a little credit too, apart from the meat-eating monsters. The Ankylosaurus was a fully armored dinosaur who was as tough as they come. Dying out 66 million years ago, this brute was only 5.5 feet tall, but measured over 20 feet long. With deadly spikes covering its entire body, any predator that dared to make it a snack would more than likely damage its mouth. Ankylosaurus' main weapon, though, wasn't its armor, but rather the huge club at the end of its tail. Able to swing with massive force and speed, its clubbed tail could easily break the legs of any predator who threatened it, including the T-Rex. So make sure you never count the little guy out of the fight, cause they might surprise you. Number 9. Velociraptor. Stay out of the tall grass if you don't want this predator to catch you slacking. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the Velociraptor, largely misrepresented by Jurassic Park, was actually quite a bit smaller. Standing about the size of a modern wolf, these feather-covered reptiles came in at a solid 100 pounds. They were 6 feet long from head to tail and used their claws to clutch prey when performing takedowns. Velociraptors more than likely hunted alone using stealth, as their top speed was only 25 miles per hour. Scientists have theorized that velociraptors were nocturnal predators that had an incredible sense of smell. Although they were small, these fierce dinosaurs had incredible power for their size and a mouthful of razor-sharp serrated teeth designed for nothing more than to kill. Number 8. Utahraptor. Bearing its name from the state in which it was found, the Utahraptor was the big brother to the Velociraptor, but a more vicious killer. Like the raptors portrayed in Jurassic Park, the Utahraptor had huge toe claws that could dig into prey animals with ease. These claws were up to an estimated 15 inches in length and could be kept off the ground when running, preserving their sharpness. With a length of up to 23 feet and a weight of 660 to 2,200 pounds, these massive raptors took on large prey such as the Ankylosaurus and larger sauropods. The Utahraptor was known to be the smartest of all animals in its time, and scientists strongly believe these raptors hunted in packs to make easier kills. Number 7. Allosaurus. Meaning different lizard, the Allosaurus was yet another dinosaur that has been discovered in Utah. One of the more aggressive prehistoric beasts, the Allosaurus was able to take down large herbivores with armor such as the Stegosaurus. Standing around 17 feet tall and 28 feet long, this giant lizard is ranked 5th biggest of all predatory dinosaurs. Known for its devilish-looking horns that protruded above its eyes, this dino must have been terrifying when running at its top speed of 20 miles per hour. Like a shark, the Allosaurus regularly lost teeth during feeding, and they rapidly grew back throughout its life. Scientists have theorized that due to its low biting pressure, the different lizard may have used its upper jaw as a sort of hatchet, slamming its serrated teeth down and into potential prey, causing massive wounds. Number 6. Seraphiconyx. An inhabitant of North America, the Seraphiconyx was first discovered in Oklahoma during the 1930s. Big brother to the Allosaurus, this dino is nastier and mightier. Possessing very similar features, the Seraphiconyx had the same devilish horns and high levels of aggression. With a build comparable to that of the famous T-Rex, this beast stood at 43 feet long and could have weighed up to 10,000 pounds. Known as the grizzly bear of the Jurassic period, as no predator was too big for this dino to square off with. Unlike the Allosaurus, the Sauro had very strong jaws used for tearing into prey with huge claws to match. With so few examples of the dinosaur available, scientists have wondered if it isn't just a very large Allosaurus, but differences in the neck vertebrae are the main focus in differentiating opinions. Number 5. Carcaradontosaurus. Known to be one of the largest dinosaurs that ever lived, the Carcaradontosaurus weighed up to an incredible 33,000 pounds, was 15 feet at the hip, and could grow up to 46 feet long. Now, just because it was the biggest doesn't make it the most dangerous dinosaur. This beast had small arms like the T-Rex, but had a special adaptation that made it a track star. It possessed 3 air cavities in its chest, which allowed for faster and longer running durations, which obviously made it a more successful hunter. But even with the size and speed, this massive dino lacks significant bite force. Not to say it wasn't powerful, but if a Carcaradontosaurus were to fight a T-Rex, it would get slapped no doubt. Number 4. Majungasaurus. Arguably the most well-known dinosaur to have actively engaged in cannibalism outside of the T-Rex is Majungasaurus. An apex predator in its environment, this dinosaur made its home on the ancient island of Madagascar. Sporting a wide skull with a short snout and topped with a single horn on the roof of its skull is what differentiated the Majungasaurus from other abolysurids. At 2,400 pounds and 9 feet tall, fully matured, this dino was small but made up for its size with its aggression. When in battle or actively killing prey, the Majungasaurus would bite and latch on as its teeth were curved backwards, providing the perfect destructive jaws. In recent years, due to the high availability of skeletal materials, this dino has been one of the most heavily studied theropods from the southern hemisphere. Number 3. Gigantosaurus. Slightly larger than T-Rex, the Gigantosaurus was one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs to ever exist. Standing 23 feet in height, 40 feet in length, and up to 30,000 pounds, this monster was truly massive. Inhabiting what is modern-day Argentina, the Gigantosaurus lived some 30 million years before the T-Rex. A thin pointed tail provided agility and balance for the big beast, and it could reach sprinting speeds just over 30 miles per hour. Obviously, a meat-eating dino of such large size had no natural predators aside from another of its own. Its teeth were 8 inches in length and used for slashing prey to make up for the relatively weak bite force. Scientists believe that they may have lived in packs and hunted together due to a 2006 unearthing of 7 Mosasaurus fossils very closely related to Gigantosaurus, all of which died in close grouping, suggesting they and their relatives could have lived together and hunted as well. Number 2. Spinosaurus. The big daddy of all dinosaurs, Spinosaurus was an aquatic theropod that spent most of its time in the swamps of northern Africa. With a body length of 60 feet, a height of 23 feet, and a weight of 17,000 pounds, this dino was no joke. A spiny sail running down its back with huge claws and a terrifying face is what landed this dinosaur in a fight scene with T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Appearing some 30 million years before T-Rex, it's likely that the two never saw each other in the flesh. But that couldn't stop scientists from speculating which was superior. The Spinosaurus was mainly a fish eater and occasionally ventured onto land for a red meat snack. It had longer arms and huge claws that in the event of an attack from another massive predator could have held its own without a doubt. As the only dinosaur ever found to have adapted a lifestyle in water, the Spinosaurus is definitely the most unique of them all. Number 1. T-Rex. Yup, the one you've all been waiting for. It's not the largest dino of them all, but is absolutely the most deadly. The Tyrannosaurus, meaning tyrant lizard, is a genus of the Coelurosauran theropod. The Rex is credited with having the strongest bite force of any animal that exists or has ever existed on planet Earth, exceeding 12,700 pounds, meaning it could literally crush a car in its mouth. T-Rexes were known to be smarter and far more lethal than all their competition. At 50 feet long, 23 feet tall, and weighing up to 22,000 pounds, this king lizard was twice as heavy as an Asian elephant. T-Rex was not only incredibly powerful, but possessed a deadly bacteria in its saliva that would terminate anything fortunate enough to escape its jaws the first time around. The T-Rex, like many other predators of its time, were scavengers for the most part, wandering around searching for its next meal. When it found said meal, it would eat hundreds of pounds in a single feeding. The famous T-Rex roar has now, after years of research, led scientists to believe that it never actually roared at all, but made cooing or throated booming sounds like the modern emu. Nonetheless, the T-Rex will always be the king of dinos, and films like Jurassic Park have cemented its stardom in eternity. If you enjoyed the video, like, share, and comment down below which dinosaur was your favorite and why.